Hello everyone, Andy here. When we hear the word desert, we usually imagine endless sand, blazing sun, and absolutely nothing living there. But here's the surprise. Deserts are some of the most linguistically and culturally rich places on Earth. Take a look at this map, showing the world's major deserts. We've handpicked 12 languages from these regions to give you a taste of desert life. There are plenty more languages out there, but these represent some of the key deserts around the globe. Today, we're going to explore what a desert really is, the different types of deserts, how humans live in deserts, and lastly, how deserts shape human languages and cultures. Let's dive in. What is a desert? So first, what actually is a desert? A desert isn't defined by heat or sand. A desert is defined by lack of rainfall. If a place gets less than about 250 millimeters of rain per year, it's classified as a desert. That means some deserts are hot, some are freezing cold, some have sand dunes, others are rocky, icy, or even mountainous. So yes, Antarctica is technically the largest desert on Earth. Not all deserts are the same. Scientists group them into 5 main types. The subtropical deserts. They are dry because of hot, sinking air from the tropics. Examples are Sahara and Kalahari deserts in Africa and Tanami Desert in Australia. Coastal deserts. The cold ocean currents create fog but little rain. Examples are the Atacama Desert in Chile and Namib Desert in Namibia. Rain shadow deserts. Mountains block moisture, leaving dry lands behind. Some examples are Death Valley in USA and Patagonian Desert in Argentina. Interior deserts. Far from oceans, air loses moisture before reaching them. Some examples are the Gobi Desert in China and Mongolia, and Great Victoria Desert in Australia. And lastly, polar deserts. Cold air holds little moisture, water is frozen. So deserts can be hot, cold, foggy, or icy. But the one thing they all have in common is extreme dryness. Deserts are not empty. Humans have lived in deserts for thousands of years. Desert societies have adapted in some truly amazing ways. Many communities developed nomadic lifestyles, moving with the seasons and following water sources to survive. Others rely on herding camels, goats, or even reindeer, depending on the desert they live in. Some settled around oases, practicing agriculture in the middle of the arid land, while trade caravans once crossed vast distances, connecting people across entire deserts. Some great examples: the Bedouins in the Arabian deserts, the Tuareg in the Sahara, Aboriginal Australians in the Great Victoria Desert, and the µóõ people in the Sonoran deserts. Living in a desert requires deep environmental knowledge, strong oral traditions, and close community bonds. And all of this, lifestyle, culture, survival strategies, leaves its mark on language, shaping the way people communicate, tell stories, and pass knowledge from one generation to the next. Deserts aren't just extreme landscapes. They shape the languages of the people who live in them. In many desert languages, vocabulary reflects the environment with remarkable precision. There are specific words for different types of sand, wind, shade, water sources, and local plants or livestock. For example, Tuareg languages encode detailed knowledge for desert travel. Arabic dialects include rich terms for terrain and climate, and Aboriginal Australian languages integrate the landscape directly into everyday speech. Spatial language is also shaped by survival needs. Many desert languages use cardinal directions instead of left or right, encode geography in grammar, and preserve place names with historical or spiritual meaning, helping communities navigate vast, open environments. Even the sound systems of the desert languages reflect their surroundings. Strong consonants carry well across open landscapes, while click consonants in southern Africa, like µóõ, are acoustically sharp and distinct. Finally, desert languages are closely tied to cultural knowledge and survival skills. Some, like Arabic and Mongolian, continue to thrive. Others, like Kunza and Tewelche, are endangered or extinct, taking with them centuries of ecological and navigational expertise. In short, Desert languages are living records of human adaptation, preserving both culture and environmental knowledge in some of the harshest landscapes on Earth. Alright, now that we've explored what deserts are, the different types, and how they shape human life and language, it's time to dive into the list. Starting with the first desert language. First up, the Arabian deserts. And we're starting with Najdi Arabic. It's native to Saudi Arabia, especially in the Najd region, and it has around 19 million speakers. It belongs to the Semitic branch of the Afroasiatic family, and it is not endangered. Historically connected to both Bedouin or nomadic and settled deserts communities. Wide distances and harsh climates encouraged mobility, strong tribal or social networks, and oral tradition. It's a major regional Arabic variety, spoken in large population centers and everyday life, so it remains strong. Now, let's listen to a sample.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10.
Next up, the Sahara Deserts, home to the Tuareg languages. One well-known variety is Tamasheq, spoken by Tuareg communities across parts of North Africa. These languages are Amazigh within the Afroasiatic family, traditionally linked to nomadic and semi-nomadic pastoralist life, with travel across desert routes. Extreme heat and scattered resources mean survival depends on navigation skills, grazing knowledge, and cultural memory. Some Tuareg varieties are described as endangered, often because education and public life are dominated by national languages, and many speakers shift in urban areas. Now, let's listen to a sample.
Ian, Shin, Karat, Koz, Smos, Sadis, Sa, Atam, Taza, Maraw.
Now, to the Kalahari Deserts, with ´Xóõ, also called Ta. It's spoken mainly in Botswana and Namibia, belongs to the two-language family, and is endangered with speakers' estimates often in the low thousands. It's famous for its huge system of click sounds. Historically tied to hunter-gatherer traditions in arid southern Africa, daily life depends on detailed environmental knowledge, reading the land, tracking water, and passing survival skills through community teaching. Many communities faced major modern pressures and language shifts to dominant regional languages. Now, let's listen to a sample.
Ta, da, na, ka, in, a, ha, na, ka, ha.
Next up, the Gobi Desert with ´Xóõ Mongolian. ´Xóõ is native to Mongolia, parts of the Mongolic family, and it is not endangered. It's the basis of standard Mongolian today. And today, Mongolia is making a government-led return to the traditional vertical script called Mongol Bichik, alongside Cyrillic. Historically linked to pastoral herding, with strong rural traditions and seasonal movements, the Gobi's open terrain and extreme seasons shaped adaptability, travel, and livestock-based life. It's the national standard language, used in schools, media, and governments. Now, let's listen to a sample.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10.
Now, we head near the Taklamakan Deserts with Uyghur or Uyghur. Uyghur is native to Xinjiang, spoken by the Uyghur people, and belongs to the Karluk branch of the Turkic language family. Uyghur has millions of speakers, and it's strongly agglutinative, stacking suffixes to pack meaning into words. Traditionally centered around oasis towns, agriculture, and trade culture. In desert basins, life concentrates around water, so society grew around towns, markets, and routes connecting distant places. Larger speaker population and long cultural continuity keep it widely used. Now, let's listen to a sample.
1 2 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Now, to Australia's Great Victoria Deserts with Yangunjara. It's connected to the Yangunjara people and belongs to the Pamanyungan family within the Western Desert Network. It's often discussed as vulnerable depending on transmission. Traditionally shaped by movements across country and strong kin-based community networks. Water availability and seasonal cycles influence travel routes, knowledge systems, and daily life. Like many indigenous languages, pressure from dominant languages and changing community transmission has made it vulnerable. Now, let's listen to a sample.
Kapi, Papa, Nyangaja, Nyaraja, Jindukwari, Jindunga, Ngunju, Mama, Koda, Kangaroo.
Next, to the Sonoran Deserts with Tohono-O'odham. It's native to the US and Mexico, belongs to the Tepiman branch of Uto-Aztecan language family, and older estimates give around 15,000 speakers. It's often considered vulnerable. Deserts communities with seasonal traditions tied to the landscape and food cycles. Intense heat and seasonal rain patterns shape harvesting, movement, and local ecological knowledge. Even with cultural strength, language transmission isn't always consistent in younger generations. Now, let's listen to a sample.
Humako, Gok, Waik, Giik, Hutasp, Jod, Wawak, Gigiik, Humuk, Husmam.
Now, to northern Chile's Atacama Deserts with Kunza, also called Atacameño. Kunza or Licanantay in their language is often described as mostly extinct, but there are ongoing revitalization efforts to bring awareness and cultural knowledge back. It's commonly classified as a language isolate. Desert settlement historically tied to limited water sources and highlands connections. In one of the driest regions on Earth, survival depended heavily on water access and local landscape knowledge. Kunza declined largely through language shift to Spanish, and today it survives mainly through identity, memory, and revitalization efforts. Now, let's listen to a sample.
Sema, Poya, Palama, Chalpa, Mutsisma, Michala, Choya, Cholama, Pekara, Suchi.
Next up, the Thar Deserts with Marwari. Marwari is native to Rajasthan in India, parts of the Indo-Aryan branch of the Indo-European language family, and is widely spoken regionally. It's been written in different scripts historically, including Devanagari. Strong desert town life, trade networks, and community-based culture. The Thar supports dense settlements and commerce, keeping languages active in daily social interaction. Large regional population and everyday use keep it strong. Now, let's listen to a sample.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Now, to the Mojave Deserts, or Hayikwir Matar, with the Mojave language, or Hamakov. It's native to the United States, connected to the Mojave people, and belongs to River Yuman branch of the Yuman-Kochimi language family. It's endangered with only a few hundred speakers in recent estimates. Traditionally linked to life along the Colorado River, not just open sand deserts. In a dry region, the river shapes farming, travel, settlement, and survival strategies. Reduced intergenerational transmission and language shift have made it endangered. Now, let's listen to a sample.
Seto, Ascent, Havik, Hamok, Chumpap, Tharap, Amaik Ascent, Amaik Havik, Amaik Hamok, Halyuthui, Arap.
Now, to the Patagonian deserts with Tehuelche, also called Aunikenk. It's native to Argentina, belongs to the Chonan language family, and it's often described as nearly extinct or even extinct, depending on the source. But even then, there are still a few learners today working through revitalization efforts to keep the heritage alive. Historically shaped by mobility across open steppe landscapes. Cold winds, long distances, and wide open lands shaped movements and survival knowledge. Long-term pressure from dominant languages and historical upheaval reduced speakers drastically over time. Now, let's listen to a sample.
Choche, Chauke, Kash, Kage, Kpen, Wenakash, Koke, Posh, Chamak'en, Okaken.
Next, the Namib Deserts with Khoikhoi or Khoikhoi-Goab. It's native to Namibia, part of the Khoi-Kwadi family, and estimates often give around 200,000 speakers. It's well known for click consonants, but is still discussed as endangered in some contexts. Historically connected to pastoralist and herding traditions in arid southern Africa. Dry seasons and grazing land shape movement, resource planning, and community adaptation. Even with many speakers, language shift and modern pressures can still weaken transmission in some areas. Now, let's listen to a sample.
Tui, Tam, Muna, Haka, Koro, Mani, Haisa, Koise, Disi.
And before we wrap up, I'm adding one more language to this list because it really deserves to be highlighted. This one represents the deserts of North America in a powerful way, and it's the Shoshone language. Last up, the Great Basin Deserts with Shoshone. It's native to the US, connected to Shoshone peoples, and belongs to the Numic branch of the Uto-Aztecan language family. It's typically described as endangered or shifting. Traditionally hunter-gatherer, with a seasonal movement depending on available resources. Great Basin survival relied on deep knowledge of plants, animals, and seasonal cycles across wide landscapes. Like many indigenous languages, reduced transmission to younger speakers and shift to English has threatened long-term vitality. Now, let's listen to a sample.
Summa, Wahat, Bahit, Watsawith, Manigith, Nafaith, Datsawith, Warsawith, Sawamihand, Samad.
So there you have it. 13 deserts, 13 languages, and every single one proves the same thing. Deserts don't erase culture, they shape it. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, because every language matters. And I'll see you in the next language story.